Hi, I'm Brian Wilson. I am a real estate agent with First Team Real Estate Christie's International. I'm located in South Orange County, California, and would love to briefly discuss today the housing crisis and housing crash. I shouldn't say crisis, it's going crazy. Um, but I'm getting conversations with buyers that I'm talking to about let's wait for the housing crash because they're expecting this huge dip and decline in prices and they're going to grab a deal. Um, I don't think so, honestly. Right now, if you look at the history, and I've been reading some reports and looking at other information, the last five recessions, two two had declining house values as a result of one in 1991, which was the savings and loan, and the other just recently, the Great Depression, recession, excuse me, which was in 2008 and then a little beyond that had the subprime lending, risky mortgage-backed securities, those kind of things that were affected there. So that at that point in 2009, there was 44% of all the homes listed in the MLS were distressed home sales. That's almost half the market of homes that were for sale. Today, it's less than one half of 1%. So very, very minimal. Actually, in over 4,000 homes that are for sale, there's like 18 in all the Orange County cities that are distressed, whether it be short sale or foreclosure. So our current recession that we're in is unprecedented because it wasn't based on a weakness in the economy that led to it. It was more of a forced stop, um, something done to flatten the curve, if you remember those words. The first few, or in March, we were going to flatten the curve so the hospitals didn't get overrun. So it wasn't done by a single sector of the economy having an issue. So this recovery has been very different than the other ones that we had. It's more of a V shape. So the housing, everything stopped, of course, in March, and everybody stopped. So everything started dropping off in a very precipitous manner. Once people got fed up or were able to come back in and real estate became an essential service again, things started picking up. So there are quite a few agents that have been going all the time through this. I've had some activity as well through it. And many buyers have just flat out said they're tired of waiting and missing out on properties because they're seeing other homes selling. So very V-shaped, much quicker recovery. Unemployment, very unfortunate, but it has happened to quite a lot of people. But it really appears to be affecting the younger and the more service-based type lower wage earners. That's not typically your homeowner at this point in this area. The forbearance, what has that done? So many people have taken forbearance opportunities to not have to pay their mortgage based on the pandemic. And of those that have done so, I wrote some notes, so let me take a peek. Um, that may be, some people are feeling that's the pre-foreclosure sale, short sale market that's coming, right? The people that now have stopped paying and all of a sudden can't pay again their mortgage. Well, only about 4 million homeowners went into forbearance. That's about 7.5% of all homes with a mortgage on it. Of those that are past due, that's about 77 of those have at least 20% equity in their home, and another 90% of those have at least, or 90% of those have at least 10% of equity in their homes. So the thought is if they can't negotiate a payback and push their payments to the end of the mortgage or some kind of a plan that works for them and they are forced to sell their home, they can do so right now because the interest rates are so low, prices are going up, and they'll be able to get out and sell their home and not become a short sale or a foreclosure property. But there are about 10% or so of those homeowners that have less than 10% equity in their house. So what about those? Well, it's probably about 400,000 homes since we're over in total. If they do have a financial hardship and they have to sell, the prices being pushed up, the interest rates being low, the demand being so high with this inventory low, a lot of those I figure are going to come out okay as well. Maybe not as, lucrative of a sale, but they'll be able to avoid the short sale or foreclosure. So I don't think there's going to be a huge wave of foreclosure or distressed property sales, maybe more like a ripple. But overall, the market that we're in 2020 and 21 is going to be fine. I don't think that if you're looking for a deal, I don't think you're going to find it. Very low interest rates, low supply, high demand, all those things don't favor finding a deal at the moment. So just so you're aware. So I mentioned supply. Supply, it's on the active inventory for Orange County, it's the lowest for over 15 years. Uh, so, and I expect this to continue for some time. Builders aren't really building; they're starting to ramp up, but that takes a while. And people that are coming on slowly, and they're going off fast because of all the buyer demand. Remember, you had no sales activity for the beginning of the year, March, once we started the lockdown. So at that point, our typically busier spring market, now it's got pushed. So we're at the summer market plus the spring market. They're overlapping, if you will. So you've got a lot of activity going on and few homes. So that is keeping homes up, the sales price, up. So buyers are willing to pay more in price since the low mortgage rates allows them to spend less in their payment. There's a saying that I've used in real estate: you don't live in the price, you live in the payment. So it doesn't matter what you pay for the overall price, because you figure it's a 30-year loan. You're going to either refinance, sell, something's going to happen. You're maybe not pay that whole payment off, but if you can manage the payment and it works for you, that's terrific. So if a buyer's missed out on a couple because they got overbid and they start to think, I'm not going to be overbid again, I'm going to win this one, all they're doing is pushing those prices up. So everybody, hang on, here we go. It's going to be this way for a little bit, I feel. And just have all your information ready to go when you're a buyer making an offer. Get yourself pre-approved, get your everything, proof of funds, all that stuff to your realtor, so that when they make an offer, they're not waiting for anything. It can be done quickly, because we're seeing, and I'm sure you are if you're actively looking, showings are happening on Saturday and Sunday from this time to this time only. We're going to look at offers on Tuesday and you'll have your decision. So you pretty much get one chance to make your best offer. I wouldn't expect a counter offer situation, go back and forth. Just do your best and get out there. So again, I'm Brian Wilson, First Team Real Estate. I do hope to talk to you. I hope you found some value in this. And this is mid-August 2020. And thanks and goodbye. If you do want to reach me, I'm at 949-933-0852. Or you can email me at brianwilson@firstteam.com. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.